What's up? Carrie Lane here and welcome to my channel. I talk about anime, movies, and shows that you may not have heard of. So if that's your thing, make sure to click that subscribe button and let's get started. So today I want to tell you about a really cool, weird, and wild anime called Dorohedoro. So this came out earlier in the year in March on Netflix. It's 12 episodes and it is bonkers. It is so much fun, crazy, over the top. Let's get into some more details. Dorohedoro is based on a manga of the same name and is written and illustrated by Q Hayashida, a female mangaka. And the manga itself has received a lot of praise for the punkish and kind of ink sketchy style of it. And I think the show does capture quite a bit of that. The world of the show is this main city called The Hole. And it's this post-apocalyptic, grungy, dark, and kind of mysterious. But the thing about it that's really strange is right next door, almost like a parallel dimension, are the sorcerers. Completely different world. And the thing that really sucks is the sorcerers like to come over to the hole and experiment on the humans who live there. With no law enforcement on them at all, no consequences, and it can really mess you up. So the main character, Kaiman, has actually been experimented on, and I say experiment because the sorcerers, as they're practicing, essentially are experimenting on the humans in the hole. So Kaiman has amnesia and doesn't know how he now has a lizard head for his head. With his friend Nikito, they're kind of trying to figure out what's going on, how he got there, and why is there a man in his mouth. So the other thing about the show that's really cool is it's a really complex mystery because we have the amnesia of the main character, Kaiman. How did he get there? What happened before? What is kind of the deal with the sorcerers? What are they doing in the hole? And a lot more. As far as rating wise, this show is extremely gory and graphic. So if that's your thing, it is awesome. It is so, like there's parts that are just so gruesome. And if fan of horror and gore, it's really cool. But if not, that might be a big turnoff for some of you. So a large part of the violence in this show is because it's a very action-based show too. There's a lot of fighting. Some of it is done with magic. Some of the sorcerers' abilities are also rather gruesome, but that's kind of fun. Kaiman himself is a very hands-on fighter, fists, and there's not really guns or anything like that. There's some, but not really. The main characters, it's more hand-to-hand combat. And some characters surprise you of how skilled they are, which is very fun to watch. And let's say there's a hammer at some point that's extremely brutal, that's like, Even though the show is rather dark, there's a lot of humor with Kaiman and the assortment of odd characters that he comes into contact with. I appreciated that the show went into the history of a lot of these side characters as kind of like, not necessarily flashbacks, but the next episode goes back to a point and gives you information on another character. So it's nice to give that depth to the side characters. The theme songs are really cool too. The opening stays the same throughout, but there are 6 different ending theme songs, so make sure to watch those as they change. Also, stay through to the end of the credits. Not one of those, for next time, but it's rather comedic and just kind of good recap of like what is important information that has been covered in that episode. Like most anime, the show does kind of drop you in the middle of this, so stick with it. There's a lot of questions you have at the beginning, but in typical anime fashion, it lays it out eventually. So don't get too thrown off by wondering about a lot of details early on. And it's only 12 episodes, so that goes by pretty quick. So there's no official word yet for a season 2, though I did read online that if the show does well and enough word of mouth, that might happen. So if you like the show, definitely tell people to check it out on Netflix. So if you like anime that's over the top, wild, post-apocalyptic, action, violence, a bit of humor, and mystery, definitely check out Dorohedoro. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Carrie Lane. I hope you check out this show. It's definitely a wild one. And if you have seen it, leave a comment down below what you thought of it. Also, which one was your favorite ending theme song? I think I liked the one where it was the 8-bit ending, which was really fun. If you're looking for more shows to binge watch, check out my reviews over here, and also check out that subscribe button down here. Well, thank you so much for watching. My name is Carrie Lane, and I'll see you next time. Also, you will be so hungry for gyoza after this. Just trust me, either go get some or be ready to be hungry for it because it's featured a lot. It's definitely an anime where it is seeing food constantly and you're gonna want it. So don't say I didn't warn you.